And we are live. Welcome everyone. This is your host Abraham L. Jaguar. I will do a I will do a sound check in a few moments. First of all, this channel is proudly partnered with the What the Funk shop. Please check out their store for all sorts of products. They have dice, miniatures, game master screens, home decorations, and many other things. You will find the link in the description and in the pinned comment. And make sure that you use my code for a special discount. A moment please while I make the sound check. Sounds good, I think. Today we are playing for the first time Vambrace Cold Soul. Wow, the music is really loud on my end. Let me lower that a bit. There we go. For those of you that do not know about this game, thank you, Droga. Welcome. And this is supposed to be like Darkest Dungeon, but pretty anime style. So, and thank you, Drolkag. Thank you for the donation. Let's get started. Let me turn this off. Okay. Click a slot to begin. Well, I guess this one. Is okay. I have no idea how to play this game, and very vague notions of what the story is about. Alright, this is the place I told you guys about. Private Briggs. E. Looks like the spooks got here first. Was it really worth leaving our regular path to come all the way out here? We're not patrolling today. Besides, if we don't find more supplies soon, we'll all be in trouble. Have you a better suggestion? I'm not the one that will have to tell Celeste we came back empty-handed. Shut your pie holes. Who knows what's lurking about up here? Just look around and see if you can find anything useful. Wow, all of the women here are stacked. I love it. Rokek says it can't be too bad if it's like darkest dungeon. Like darkest dungeon. Check out the tutorial graphic above and move out. The tutorial graphic. Your character can move left and right on the field. A and D. The command box on the bottom left displays your interactive options with the environment around you. The command box on the bottom right displays the inventory, bio, codex, and map options. The inventory displays the items your team is carrying. That's with B. Okay. The map displays your current location, destination, and field encounters with M. The bio displays your team members' stats, skills, status effects, and equipped relics. Simple enough. I'm guessing these guys are going to get massacred, right? Because these are not, they don't look like the main characters. So I could go left, but it is closed. The woman at the back looks a bit like the protagonist, but perhaps it's just like the standard way of dressing, right? A door. Is it locked? Open it already and keep your guard up. Interaction icons represent a variety of ways you can engage with the environment around you. They're lacking the main character details. Not charismatic enough, not identifiable enough. A red X on the interaction icon means you can neither access the area nor engage with the object. You'll need to hold the interact button to complete your action with certain objects. So door. Well, I'm clicking. With the E is the interact. There's no information on controls apparently. We cannot enter that door. Oh, there's a guy frozen in the background. Do you see it? On the right? I think that's a frozen guy. Very appropriate for the weather. Oh, I found something. Looks like a chest of some sorts. Some sort. Well, what are you waiting for? Okay, here goes. I can't open it. What? Oh, mother, help me. It's a miracle I've survived this long in the company of fools. Rest in peace, frozen guy. Just press and hold the button indicated in the tutorial graphic and voila. It's usually a great idea to have someone with high slide stat in your team to do the dirty work. Containers like this may hold valuable loot. A high, a high slide will lead to better chances of finding loot. Chests will be opened by the party member with the highest slide. Scavengers with low slate may have difficulty opening chests and will often find less loot. Okay, here goes. Toolbox. Full of gears, bolts, nuts, and nails and assorted tools. Very useful for aspiring craftsmen. So we take it, or how do you? Those are all our findings. Ah, okay. Sleight of hand for thieves. And there are so many parties that would prefer not to take tips with them, but they are always necessary for traps, right? And for locked doors and chests. When I first started to play Dungeons and Dragons a long, long time ago, back in the early 90s, nobody wanted to play the thief, but you always needed a thief. Like, you need to have a thief, so they always wanted one, just in case. Just in case. The chests here are different from the ones back in Edina. Forget the chest. Try checking your inventory and character bios, as indicated in the bottom right corner of the screen. Have you played Baldur's Gate 3? No, only 1 and 2. And I haven't finished 1 and 2. I always got interrupted. I want to finish them one of these days. And 3, I don't know if I have the stomach for the wokeness. Perhaps I'll play it one day. Maybe. You needed a thief in 11 for that backstab. Uh-huh. Yes. Enter door. It's freezing out here. You think the spooks are getting close? Did you forget to bring the geistometer again? We should keep going. No use going back the way we came if they are. Stay put for too long and they'll catch up. Remember, if your health or vigor drops to 0, we'll be the ones spooking this place. Let's go. Rokak says, it's legit a real good game. I played through it twice with a buddy, one as typical good, other bad, and they were so different. Well, now that I have your recommendation, Rokak, I will. Maybe it's something I should play in the near future. I feel uneasy. This place gives me the creeps. The red bar on the character HUD indicates health. If a character's health drops to 0, he or she will die. Damage to health is usually incurred during combat. Yellow bar on the character HUD indicates vigor. A character will also die if vigor drops to 0. Damage to vigor is usually incurred through the stress of exploration. You gain flourish points through critical action bonuses and finishing turns during combat. Accumulating enough will activate your flourish. So I imagine that they get tired after a while. That's what the yellow line. You need to regenerate somehow the stamina. Infrasonic totem. You spring a trap that spreads infrasonic waves, causing you a strange tension. Health -2 and hand tremors. Dangerous. Watch your feet. Oh, another trap. Best to have someone with a high awareness stat in your team to avoid them. Well, now you mention it. Traps are a dangerous feature of Eisner. Your party leader or the entire team could incur damage from an activated trap. Characters with a high awareness will warn your party of imminent dangers, and allow you to avoid unexpected casualties from traps. Characters with low awareness will trigger traps more easily. Some actions have a probability of failure. When you see this green script, it means your attempt was a success. The red script means the action failed and you will incur a penalty. The gray script means you missed and the enemy has evaded your attack. The blue script means you scored a critical and your action's effects have been maximized. I just saw something move in the distance. Get your weapons ready and think fast. Let's make sure we all get home today. Ooh, red flag, right? I'm ready. Ah, what are those zombies? You have encountered hostile enemies. Well, friendly enemies would be a contradiction, right? Your team is located on the left, and the enemy team is positioned on the right. Each team has 4 slots rising in value from the center. The team's character HUDs have slot icons denoting their space. The bottom bar displays turn order using the character HUD slot icons. A higher awareness gives characters an advantage in initiative. If 2 characters have the same awareness, the one positioned in front will get initiative. Normal skills are your character's default abilities. The flourish is powerful but needs to be charged by accumulating flourish points. Using guard is a useful way to defend against powerful attacks. You may even get a flourish point. You cannot use items or change relics during combat. However, you may check the map and bio for the benefit of planning your next move. Formation allows you to rearrange your team in the heat of combat. Runaway is also a good option for avoiding combat. Monster types are indicated by the icon beneath their portraits. Some skills may incur special effects based on these types. Okay, so this woman is going to attack first. Let's use Shuriken. What is it? What is Q? Should I use Q? It looks like a morale boost thing, right? There are 3 range types for every skill. Good evening, Vic. Welcome. Short range, mid-ranged, and long-ranged. Short-range skills are only available while positioned in the first or second slot, and can only target enemies in the first or second slot. Mid-range skills can be used in any position, but can only target enemies in the first or second slots. Long-range skills can be used in any position and can target any enemy position. Choose your target. Your target reticle is visible on the enemy HUD. You can also speed up the pace of combat. Okay, so... No, what? What did I do? Ah, yes, I did just that. I meant to do that, of course. Erase our combat value, of course. I'm going to start attacking. Attack this little bastard. Mad survivor, he's mad. Oh, this guy's tough. My character is amazing. What is X? What is X? It's both of them. Okay, let's try it. Oh, we rock. We rock. But I am suspicious. I think they are doing this so that we lower our guard and then the entire party is going to suffer a horrible death. I am certain. Told you guys I had a bad feeling about this place. You're the one that insisted we come out here to begin with. By all means, continue quarreling amongst yourselves if you want to be ice pups. We have the spoils we came for, and it's colder than a witch's teeth out here. I, for one, am ready to return. How do you know? How do you know that a witch's teeth is cold? I have to ask. Those are the important questions, right? Have you touched it? Hold up, guys. I see a body. Looks like a girl. Who is it? The main character, right? That's the main character. Yes. She's not from Dale Arch. I don't recognize her, and no other scavenging teams came up today either. Well, we can't help her now. Search the body. No, she's alive, I bet. Seriously? You search her. Wait, she's still breathing. We should help her. Who knows how long she's been out here? You want to bring her back? Are you mad? We have no clue who she is. She could be with the green flame for all we know. She doesn't look like one of them. We can't risk compromising Dale Arch's location. Celeste will have our heads. And what if she knows how to cast that strange magic? She got that plot armor, exactly, Rolkag. That's what keeps you alive. We don't have to worry about that. She's unconscious. Captain Lamville shall decide her fate. Looks like it's your lucky day, girl.
I
I
once
once
read
read.
a man would have to go below the waves to understand the true scale of an iceberg. Reminds me of you, dear father. I confess I never really knew you. After all, how does one get the measure of a man when there's so much beneath the surface? Nevertheless, I owe my survival of Zumurud's blistering deserts and the wild forests of Sylvia to your training. When I was summoned home to Edina, in order to read your last will and testament, I didn't know what to expect.
She's pretty far away from home.
I suppose it comes as no surprise. You remained a mystery, even in death. I now find myself beckoned to the dwarven realm of Dockheim by the encrypted journal and ancient relic you left behind. On
She's
an
cute.
expedition to the cursed city of Eisenair for answers you never provided. I shall not be daunted. My determination is equal to the task at hand. If, as you say, this Vambrace is the key to entering that forbidden city, I will find what I seek.
The game overall
My
looks
journey has
very,
been difficult.
very
Since
Nordic,
the
I would say.
Vambrace entered my possession, I have been plagued by unsettling dreams of a ghostly blade cutting me down.
So she has some weird power, right? Because she went into that strange place. The adventuress. Adventurer, right? I think adventurer is gender neutral. But I am disappointed by this game. I expected a fat, ugly woman that looked very manly. A girl boss that is invincible. I like the Nordic setting. Anything historical and mythological, like Egyptian. My head. Glad you can join us, Sleeping Beauty. Who are you? Let's make this clear. I'm the one asking questions here. You can start with your name. All of the characters here look like supermodels. They're so finely chiseled. The perfect chiseled features. My name is Lyric. Evelia Lyric. I am Landville Esquire. We're lucky we found you. A moment later, and you'd be another piece of frozen decor gracing the streets. I must have fainted. I've never felt a chill like that before. How come she's not in a wheelchair? Exactly, Vic. Think about the wheelchair mechanics. Like those special attacks when you speed up, like the wheels perhaps spin on fire and you attack the enemies charging like a flaming chariot. I'm disappointed as well. We are unfortunately well acquainted with it here. Celeste had half a mind to leave you up there. Good for you. She's not calling the shots, and I was feeling generous. Up there, her eyes are of different colors. She has left a blue eye on the left eye. Blue left eye, and the right eye is like amber. So we're underground. Looks like I've got a sharp one on my hands. Save the sarcasm, Lambil. I took the liberty of searching your stuff. A bunch of climbing gear and a strange book nobody can read. Explain. Could it be the Necronomicon? Or what's the name of that Nordic book that is somewhat similar? I have it. I actually have it. The what? Staffel Duffer? The Staffel. Excuse me for a moment. Be right back. Let me check the archives. There we go. Now let me get this properly set up. The Galderbug. The Galderbug? I also saw it. The Galderbug. Yes, that one. The Galderbug. Do you have a room devoted just to books, lol? My entire house, Drelka. My entire two-story house filled with books everywhere. It is. You see the archives in Luna Seal? That's my house. Almost. Almost. I came seeking answers about my father, the late Dr. Niccolo Lyric. I traveled here from Edina with his journal. Right, everyone knows. Nobody goes in and nobody ever comes out of Eisner. The another interesting thing about the Galdrabug. Okay, I just saw it. It's either Galderbug or Galdrabug. That book supposedly supposedly was found on the corpse of a grave robber opened a grave somewhere in Norway, if I remember correctly, and there was this supposedly a skeleton holding the book. Basically, a combination of Germanic runes. When they combine it, when they cross the Germanic runes, and they are used to summon demons and whatnot. So, but what's unique about that book is that it's one of the few books where it is proven that the power of the runes, according to the book, right, the science fiction, you can bind all sorts of entities, no matter the religion, which further proves that religion means nothing when it comes to practicality of metaphysics. Right, everyone knows, nobody goes in, nobody ever comes out of Eisner. Eisner, you mean here? They actually made it inside the city? Suppose, for a moment, I entertain your absurd story. How the hell did you get past the Frostfell? That barrier around the city? I walked through it. Enough of this nonsense. You think I haven't seen what happens when someone touches it? Instant death. The only freaks wandering the surface are either spooks, mad survivors, or the green flame. You're not dead, and as far as I can tell, you're still sane. So let's cut through the crap. What's your connection with the green flame? I don't know them. Green what? Green flame. The arcanic cult hellbent on destroying the Guardian Alliance. Ring any bells, or have you been living under a rock? They are the ones responsible for this frozen curse. I can assure you, I am not with them. I just got here. You're serious, aren't you? Well, imagine my surprise to learn some Edeni decided to take a leisure stroll on the surface. His shoulder pad looks really cool, like the wolf head. I hope it was an evil wolf, but it looks amazing. It looks awesome. Listen, I have a matter of great urgency. I'm looking for an individual named Jaguar. Do you know of him? Hey, there's nothing left for us to discuss right now, but I am feeling gracious today. So tell you what, I'm giving you tentative permission to move about Dale Arch. Until I figure out what to do with you, that is. Dale Arch. Oh, that's the name of our lovely abode deep below Eisner. Welcome to paradise. Well, it depends, right? If you really like cold, it's paradise. But if it's deadly cold, like who the hell knows what's going on cold? Uh-huh. You're just letting me go. There's nowhere to run, so you'd best make yourself at home. In fact, take this. You'll need some if you want to survive down here. What's this? We call it Hellion. It's the only currency worth anything down here. Consider it a little welcome gift. I've never seen paper money. Ooh, coins? Have you seen coins? Try anything funny, and you're dead. In a cell or right back on the surface where we found you. Are we clear? Crystal. I'm famished. Is there anything need to eat down here? You can run while you're in there, Delarge. So it's shift to run. This is the Codex Illuminus. It's separated into two sections, the Codex and Journal. Change books to view the journal. It contains details on your current mission and goal. Press left or right to move between completed and working mission section. So this is how we run. Can we talk to this guy? Cannot. So we exit. The captain's finished with you, eh? That was fast. Please wait while I process your paperwork. And can we save the game? How do you save? What is he? No. No. And what is this? That's tutorial. Game has way more story than Darkest Dungeon. Darkest Dungeon throws you right into it. I also saw that this was more story driven. Maybe we have an autosave feature. So, do I talk to this guy? Let's. Captain's finished with you. Yes, paperwork. Right. How to keep your body warm. Step 1, make a fire. Stand in front of the fire. Be warm. Complex instructions, but I think we can follow them. Oh, who's there? Prisoner. Keep your distance from her, or you're bound to lose a limb. That's Isabel Salazar. The woman knows black magic. Consider yourself warned. Okay, I have something to say about the Salazar last name. It is all of the people, without exception, that I have met throughout my life, and they have the last name of Salazar, Saldivar, Saldiz, Saldat, Sal, because sal in Spanish means salt. They are always related to bad luck. I have seen it so many times. Consider it a superstition of mine. But they are either some of the worst people that I have met, or people that always get into the unluckiest situations. So Salazar, that name is an ill omen. I can't place her, but for some reason, she looks so familiar. The Frostwind howls around you. Your presence here will bring much anguish. What? I don't understand. Your paperwork is done. Cram before we change our mind. Okay, where's my papers? Let's keep your distance from her, lest you get hexed. The witch knows black magic, consider yourself warned. But now I can exit... over here. Ooh, little map. Can I run too? No, I cannot. What is this? Like a temple? Turn back, civilian. No, turn back. Civilians are not allowed here. I guess I need to go to the exclamation mark. Oh, there are various exclamation marks. Let's go here. Paulson's workshop. Wow, are these? I've heard stories about these machines, but I've never seen one up close. Looks like a real Tin Man. I wonder how it works. A golem. What's this? We found a page of the Codex. Great, the Codex. What is the Codex? The Codex? This is the Codex Illuminus. It's separated into two sections, the Codex and Journal. Lyric inherited the Codex from her father, Unlock its encrypted pages to learn more about the world, its history, and other mysteries. Press left, right to toggle between codex categories. Press up, down, to check the pages within. Change books to view the journal. It contains details on your current mission and goal. Press left or right to move between completed and working mission section. Gods, factions, places. And that's what we saw at the start of the game. What's tab? Exit the prison, find somewhere to eat. We're starving. I forgot. I forgot we're actually starving. Well, let's. I can't tell whether it's broken or resting. I'm already inside the workshop, so I'm going to talk to Bolson. Stranger, huzzah, be amazed. There are no other technical marvels like them in this world. Yeah, they are quite remarkable. Did you make these yourself? My name is Bolson, and my workshop. Yep. My faithful servants are the handiest. Have you ever met a golem before? Golem? I'm not surprised. Yeah, then they don't have the same knack for engineering we do. No offense, of course. There's a lot of complex tech running underneath the hood of this tin man. The inside compartment is made out of... Continues talking. Well, you're quite the handyman. How do they work? These superior golems are powered by my special brand of engineering and a bit of Sylvani H magic. They run on enchanted apples. Too bad Talindra won't help me anymore. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do. Okay. They can do some pretty complex tasks. Grrr, Chuga. Hi, Tin Man, how are you today? Chuga, grrr. I think they understand me, but don't seem too bright. This is Lyric's cabinet. You can store items from your inventory here. You can access the items you've stored from a cabinet located in Bolsung's workshop and the market as well. It would be so cool to have your squadron of golems, right? Working for you, doing everything. But as mythology and history has proven, they are unreliable. Even potentially dangerous, since you have to bind an angel or a demon to them so they work, otherwise they don't work. Powered by demon. Powered by angel. Guess you enter from this side. Over here. Now we can eat. Halt, you're not permitted to be roaming around here. Calm yourself, good sir. She's my dear friend. Do you not recognize her? Oh, the fairy to the rescue. Fox guy. Well, I wouldn't consider this guy exactly a furry, because for me, furries need to have the entire face, right? Furrified. But, let's call him like a beast man, right? Sounds cooler. Another girl, eh? The tricky bastard. I still need to check her papers, though. No need to bother. I can personally vouch for her. After all, a friend of mine is a friend of the North Venture Company. Alright. Go on. Who is this smooth talker? I wasn't sure what you meant by fairy. No, sorry. Furry, with emphasis on the R. Furry. Although there are furry creatures that appear in folklore that have like animal traits, but in this case I meant the furries. What gorgeous eyes the lady has. Her relic hunting extraordinaire at your service. Sorry, but isn't that just a fancy way to say you're a thief of antiquities? Furry, Yeah, furry. You offend my sensibilities with such barbed words. I am merely a humble adventurer, got stuck in the wrong place at the wrong time. Thanks for defending me at the market gate. My name's Lyric. That's a cool name, right? Lyric. And it sounds good for a guy and a girl as well. Why did you help me anyway? I have a quick ear, milady. Life here can be difficult for an outlander unfamiliar with our strange ways. Ah, forgive me. You must be famished. Allow me to take you to the market. That's one offer I won't refuse. Come then, follow me.
Oh,
Hello, Yasol. This is Lyric, my dear friend since today. She's gawking at me. Yasol, huh? That's a pretty name. How can I help you two today? Yes, this is pretty anime. The entire game has that anime aesthetic. I like it. Do you have anything to eat? I can pay in gold. We don't use gold here, milady. Don't you have any Hellion? Well, it's not exactly full anime, right? It's like that combination of Western comic book with anime or manga. Hellion, the Foxier traditionally burnt it as an offering to our ancestors. That's the name of the species, the Foxier. It's now the currency of choice for spooks. You mean this, right? Danville gave me some. Great, shall we make a deal? Achievement unlocked. Huh.
oh,
Anything in paper you're looking for? Dale Arches survivors and sovereigns conduct trade using a paper currency called Hellion. You'll need to scavenge and sell supplies you found on the field to earn more. Switch between the shop wares and your inventory to buy and sell items. Merchantry represents your ability to negotiate with the merchants. More options and rare items will appear in the shop if you have a high merchantry stat. Ah, so I can purchase something. I don't even know what I have. Defense is important. Maybe I should purchase this. Costs 200. Okay. There we go. The exit. I'll be seeing you around. Stop right there. Ooh, what is this? She looks like an elf. Look at her ears. She's super hot though. Well, yes, just kind of Red Sonja. She has that Red Sonja vibe, right? Stop right there. Lady Celeste, what brings you to our quiet corner of Dale Arch? Oh, Celeste, this is the woman that wanted us to die outside? Sounds a bit evil. What are you doing out of prison? Mayhaps there is a misunderstanding. Shut your mouth, Mahoram. Guards, arrest her. What? And by the way, are those her ears or is that like a cape or glove? What? But I have my paperwork. I have my papers. I honestly didn't think you were gonna make it when we dumped you in that cell. Celeste, right? Lamville mentioned your team found me. Save the pleasantries. I don't trust you as far as I can throw you. Regardless, you have my thanks. You received no charity from us. My team found you on the street. Thought you might be a green flame agent. We could interrogate. Good intel is hard to come by nowadays. I understand everyone's suspicions, but I already told Landville I have no connection to them. I too believed you just waltzed into Eisener. Ridiculous. Preposterous. The frostfell surrounding this city kills anything that touches it. We have Isabel to thank for that wretched gift that keeps giving. So Isabel is a bad guy? I just saw her in the prison. What does she have to do with all of this? Ah, but I suspect not. That would be too easy, right? I blame it on Isabel. There's probably something else. Some conspiracy. You can stop playing coy. I'm not buying your act, lady. If what Ambil said is true, I'm the first person to enter this city in a year. Nobody outside has the slightest clue of what's happening here. Want to know what really happened? We were the fools that got caught in the middle of a civil war. Between who? Tensions between the dwarves and drifters is as old as the city itself. We never imagined Eisner would evolve into total chaos. The green flame had been here, stoking tensions for months, if not years. When the time came, they seized the moment and orchestrated a decisive coup. Whose name? The King of Shades. Cursed this place and keeps an iron grip on it. But I'm sure that's no surprise to you. After all, you show up now. That's convenient. Maybe Lambill believes your little sub-story, but you're not fooling me. And you know, all of those works of fiction where they try to place like a strong female character, they could learn a thing or two about this because you have beautiful women leading and they're not constantly preaching about the wonders of feminism. Fine by me when it's like this. You've got the wrong idea about me. I came here in good faith. Too bad. You're marching right back to that prison cell. And you're gonna learn to get real cozy with that witch friend of yours. Oh, I don't like Celeste too much. Ma'am, we have a problem. Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? Oh, that's Private Wedge. That's the one that rescued Lyric. There's a mad wraith in Delarge. What? How's that possible? It's at the ascending room. Please come. Mad wraith? We only have sane wraiths around here. They are sane. Just my luck. Don't think this changes anything. You're coming with me. Could the rumors about the mad wraiths of Eisner be true? Or is it a Scooby-Doo affair? Somebody dressing up as the wraiths? Everybody stand back. That's no ordinary spook. It's gone mad. What? Oof! Watch out! Oh, look at Celeste, our Lyric. Celeste, what's going on here? And now Celeste needs to treat us nicely because we saved her life. Captain, it appears some spooks hitched their ride to Delarge in the ascending room. Who was on duty? We lost 2 souls here. There are no witnesses as to how they got in, sir. Oh, so Celeste is a rank below. Big boy, yeah. We arrived a moment too late. Lyric stopped it. Is that so? Lambill is the leader of the town. I guess your theory that she was with Green Flame didn't age well. What say you now? But then Celeste was acting outside of rank, of protocol, of hierarchy because Lambill had already given us the green light and she wanted us to throw back into jail. How impertinent of Celeste. Sir, we shouldn't jump to any conclusions. Shut up, Celeste. Be quiet. Nonsense. Get these men to the Sylvani Healing Hall and be discreet about it. We don't need to cause an unnecessary panic. And post some guards on the surface. I'm glad Lambill is in charge. He's more logical. Yes, has his priorities straight. Lyric, meet me in the war room at the Guardian's barracks. There's someone who would like a word with you. Your progress has been saved. Ah, so it has autosave. To the barracks. To the barracks we go. Welcome to the headquarters of the Alliance Guardians. Our mission is to maintain order in Delarge until we discover a solution to this crisis. For a moment, I thought it was a laptop on the background. What's here? Ah, we have to find a page of the codex. Huh. That's more information on the game world. Alright. Lambill said you'd come. They're waiting for you. Please proceed. Proceed over here. The Guardians are composed of soldiers recruited from across the 5 realms and 3 cities of Ethera. Our efforts have ushered in a new era of peace over the world. Ah, by the way, Drelkak, I saw something very interesting. It might be, how would you say? put a band-aid on our disillusion with the Templars. I saw this video. I'm going to link the video in community post as a community post. I don't remember the name of the channel. I've always watched it and I forget the name because it's a very weird name, like Solaris something or Restitutor Orbis. Well, he said that in the science fiction setting of Tartaria, perhaps the Templars long ago were a different order altogether, and then the order was hijacked by certain groups. So it could be that the Templars started out, perhaps, maybe, perchance, started out good, and then the science fiction mudfloods takeover happened, and they took over the Templars, and they became what we know of them as the people who keep money, like that. I hope that was the case because that sounds somewhat inspiring. The Guardians are composed of soldiers recruited from across the 5 realms and the cities of Ithira. Our efforts have ushered in a new era of peace over the world. I can sleep better at night now, yeah. It's very complicated. I'm going to make sure to link that video in the community post after I finish playing this. Our priority now is to stop the Shade King. We need to find a safe way to evacuate the survivors from Eisner. Unfortunately, our inability to bypass the Frostfell has stifled our efforts. The Frostfell has kept you trapped here this entire time? It's an enchanted barrier surrounding Eisner. Anyone who touches it is instantly frozen to death. Frost fences are getting erected inside the city too. And I was just talking to a friend of mine about that. I was saying, you know, I think that in a lot of cases, the case of, for example, the USA, when you had the science fiction version of the USA under Tartaria, you have the what you call the archetype of the all-American hero. Yeah, yo, help the people, fight bad guys. That was like the Tartarian United States of America. But then they take over, right? So that's why a lot of people are desperately clinging to that concept. But they are living in the past. They are living in what was long gone, science fiction. We need to become aware of our current reality in order to change things for the better. The old world has died, and we need to create an even better world that surpasses the fake new world that is being pushed upon us. Science fiction. Oh, this is a city map. Looks like the Guardians have profiled the most important people of the city. A new frost fence has cut off access to the supplies we need at the Ghost Bazaar. The situation is dire, but we're still trying to keep this under wraps. The last thing we need is a panic. We'll have to consult Balthazar to find another route, though. True. He always manages to find something. This is one of the largest council rooms that I have seen. Just look at it, it is huge. I don't know how it happened, sir, but we are making every effort. So there's another chief above Landville? Lyric, glad you could join us. I'd like to introduce you to our esteemed leader, Saquard Ventru. Her father told her to meet Saquard, right? I think. So this is the head honcho, the leader of the entire village. Saquard, I set out in search of you months ago. I can hardly believe you're standing here now. Oh, please excuse me. Apologies for interrupting. I'm just pleased to make your acquaintance, sir. Please call me Saquard. The captain just informed me of your unusual arrival. I have a lot of questions, but they'll have to wait. And he has 2 wolves instead of just 1, right? Yes, I'm sorry to cut this introduction short, but we have an ongoing situation. Isabel Salazar escaped her cell and left Dale Arch. She murdered our guards and allowed a mad raid into Dale Arch, putting many lives at risk. That sounds too simple, right? It's too obvious. Very anime char designs, yeah. I saw her briefly while having my paperwork done. She even spoke to me as I was leaving. Not that it's bad. No, it depends, it works. In case it works. Another interesting thing about so many blonde people in cold environments and, let's say, in more Nordic terrain, for those of you that do not know, A lot of those places, the sky is always cloudy and there are dark forests. So the sunlight sometimes doesn't get through. Sometimes it does not. Like, for example, compared here to Mexico or Australia, where you have the sun, scorching sun. So if you are blonde, your hair, because it is, let's say, more transparent, it absorbs the sunlight even easier. And your blue eyes, because they don't have that brown, like in my case, brown eyes, they don't have that filter, that darkness. They absorb sunlight even easier, so you obtain the benefits of vitamin D. Your body synthesizes vitamin D, but you also, on the, let's say, esoteric side, you also develop your psychic powers easier. And if blonde people were to inhabit like desert type of environments, they would be in danger of experiencing an overcharge. If they just stand under the sun for, let's say, 2 hours, they must be part Viking. Haha, just kidding. Well, you never know, right? You can check your family history. You never know. But like in the desert environment, blonde people, they absorb too much energy, like a lot of energy. But so it could be harmful for their health unless they become adapted to it. So if you are of darker colors in hair, eyes, skin, and you live in a place where there is little to no sunlight, you need to make sure that you are constantly exposing yourself to the sun, and your body will adapt. In the case of blonde people, if you are living in the desert, get accustomed to the sunlight little by little. And I can assure you, I know blonde people that can spend hours under the sunlight that are blonde, blue-eyed, but their bodies have adapted. So it's quite mysterious. Quite the human body holds many mysteries. What? She hasn't spoken in a year. Do you remember what she said? I didn't pay much heed to her at the time. Who is she? That witch is one of the Shade King's prime lieutenants. If she gets away, she will compromise the Arch's location. If that happens, nothing will save us. Ben, forgive me for asking, but why aren't you pursuing her right now? We tried. We were unable to follow her through the frost fence, though. She used her magic to bypass it. Frost fence? They're smaller barriers conjured from the same magic as the Frostfell. The green flame uses them to limit our access to certain sectors of Eisner. They too are deadly to the touch. But that wouldn't be an issue for you, would it, Lyric? Sir? It's true. I walked through the Frostfell. I could do so through the power of this Vambrace, but you already knew that, didn't you? How did you come into the possession of this artifact? So the Vambrace is what she found in the mountains. My late father left it to me. Ah, okay, now she found something else then. His final letter bid. What she found at the top of the mountain is this village. His final letter bid me to seek you out in this cursed place. This Vambrace, he said, was the key to coming here. It allowed me to bypass the Frostfell harmlessly. Would your father happen to be the esteemed Dr. Niccolo Lyric? One and the same. How could you possibly know that? He is a renowned scholar, and his research on the Archons is unsurpassed. I am well versed on his works. Now, before me stands a woman bearing his namesake and carrying a relic of arcanic design. Even I can connect the dots. You recognize this thing? It's called the Aether Brace, a powerful relic indeed. I'm not sure Relic realizes the value of what she possesses. If all you say is true, then she should give it up. Give it to us. We could use it to turn the tide against the King of Shades. Lambil, that's very rude of you, trying to steal someone else's powerful relic. Not that simple, I can't remove it. I've tried everything, short of cutting off my arm. Lyric, you seek answers and I'm willing to help you, but our priority now is finding Isabel. Nordic and their Aether. Aha, the Aether, exactly. Very important Aether. Would you be willing to lead a party past the frost fence to find her? This isn't my first tracking mission. Or the, how do you call it? The Brill. The other name, right? Like the Brill. This isn't my first tracking mission. I'll help, but when I come back, we need to talk. You'll need a place to prepare before deploying. Take this scroll of consent and tell Helga at the Lost Lady Inn I sent you. She'll make sure you have a space. My scouts informed me Isabel was moving north toward the entertainment district. We'll send some guardians with you. Surface to help, of course. If you're looking for sellswords, you might have some luck at the recruitment board. In the meantime, I'll make sure the ascending room is set for your next destination. Leave it to me. Okay, simple enough. And what's over here? Ah, this is like the rest area. And more materials for my book. Found the page of the codex. I've learned to appreciate these quiet moments. It feels like the calm before the storm of doing our next surface run. This place is huge. More pages for the codex. For the Pokédex. Gotta catch them all. Hey girl, over here. What's up, Fox? I'm pretty busy right now. One of those foxier people. Well, then I'll keep it brief. I am Maruhan, the acting director of the North Venture Company in Duckheim. I heard rumor Lanville was assembling an expedition to the entertainment district. Is it true? Word travels fast around here. Another furry, exactly. There are a few activities to while away the hours in Dale Arch, and the gift of the gab has always been my specialty. Well, your sources were right, but the original expedition was cancelled, and I'm leading the new one myself. Then I have a special request. There is an item of great importance to me in the entertainment district. The merchant Manduk is currently in possession of it. If I had a furry, would 100% be like Black Goat furry or something. The Black Goat. And for me, it's all about the Jaguar. El Jaguar. What is this item? Who is Manduk? Or Ram? There are some cool Ram characters in various games. I remember in this card game, Summoner Wars. One of my favorite factions were the Ram people. They were very violent. They were pretty much tanks. A golden seal called the Oxei. It is granted by the Astadali Emperor and confers legitimacy to its owner to conduct business on behalf of the North Venture Company in Duckheim. Manduk was the company's former chief. This doesn't seem like something worth risking lives over. Risk brings reward. Fetch me the seal and I'll ensure you get the finest deals in Dale Arch. You'll need my help if you're planning regular expeditions to the surface. Well, that's very persuasive. Alright, I'll keep an eye out for it, but I'm not making any promises. The merchant's fate has already been sealed. It is of little use to her now, but it is priceless to me. I'll be seeing you around. Welcome, blah blah blah. We have already read that. Your progress has been saved. And we are going to stop Vambrace for today. Foxes always be the greedy ones. Yes. Tricksters. In less than 20 minutes, I'm going to be speaking Lunacid. We're going to be exploring those archives. Thank you, Drelkag. Thank you, Vic, for being here. And thanks to everyone else. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. Anyone else wishes to further support the channel, consider joining as a member using the thanks button. Like, subscribe, take a look at the information in the description, the pinned comment. This has been your host, Abraham El Jaguar. And remember, level up in game and level up in life. Once again, thank you and see you later.